Okay, I had to make this video. I'm gonna try to keep this mega short. But this video is gonna be about don't feel bad for voting for Trump. If you was MAGA 2016, that was fine. Trump was never, you gotta go back. Trump was never just Republican, never just Democrat. Trump was a truth teller. He knew something was wrong with 9/11 instantly. He knew how to fix, he had all these ideas how to fix the economy and everything. And when Trump was running for president, they forced him to pick a side. So Trump say, okay, I'm not for all the abortion, LGBT, all of that stuff. So, he got swooped in with the Liberty Party and the Republicans. They joined forces. Even though he had some Republicans fighting him at the time, they joined forces and they did MAGA. And boom, Trump won. Now, you got to remember, Trump had the economy booming. This is the first time people really got money. Even though some people was doing the PPP scams and stuff like that, a lot of those people that just took the $20,000, nothing happened to them. It was the people that, were saying they had businesses and getting like $100,000 and stuff that was, going to jail. And then you still got your refund checks that was legal. But then, the economy was still good. COVID hit, boom. And to be honest, when COVID kind of hit, it still was good. It didn't really get bad until Biden got in, cut the oil and gas off. And then Ukraine war, all that nonsense. Now, flip that to Trump now, and also Trump was like a Christian at first. Come to now, ever since BB gave Trump that golden pager, and what Israel did with them pagers, blew them up, killed a bunch of people. That was just a sign like, hey, we could take you out whenever. Don't feel bad, because I don't think you clearly see this version of Trump ain't Trump. It ain't Trump. Trump had to play ball. It's not that he didn't want to. He doesn't want to die. So he's like, look, I got my money. I'm going to betray the American people because I don't want to die. That's pretty much anybody. I don't care if you're a Walmart worker or something. If you got that kind of power, you got money, no one wants to die. No one wants to get assassinated. So, clearly this is a 180. This ain't even left or right. You gotta understand, no one cared about politics. No one cared who the Secretary of State or Attorney General, no one cared who the director of the FBI was until Trump ran for president and got in office. Then people started paying way more close attention to politics. Trump presidency put the eyes really on the government. Oh, this is who run the country. This is this elite class of people. No one cared about this in the 80s and 90s. You couldn't tell, people couldn't name 5 senators. No one cared until Trump ran. So, don't feel bad that you voted for Trump, because, man, this second term is the worst term in history, and we know Trump is better than that. But like I said, Trump is threatened, Trump is compromised, and it's very clear. It is very clear. And the nail on the head was two things. They called him the first Jewish president after he professed to be Christian. You know, he even put his hand, when he got swore in that first time, his hand on his childhood Bible. So they totally converted Trump. And second, they gave him that golden pager and like 3 assassination attempts. So you can't blame Trump. And I'm not even like 1,000% Trump lover, but I know exactly what's going on. You know, this dude clearly is mega compromised and doesn't want to die. They're basically holding, you know, him on a leash. Like, we could take you out at any time we want, and hey, I can't, we can't do nothing about it. He can't do nothing about it. That's just what happens when you play at these elite levels in society. You know, when you play politics, hey, they let you get in there that first time. That second time, nah, we can't have people, you know, being able to afford stuff. Nah, they'll take him out. So Trump just playing ball like every other president does. Plays ball. He couldn't be brought. He had his own money. He didn't need nobody else's money. It's not about money. It's about power. And you know, that other little country that we give so much money to said, if you don't play ball, we're going to kill you. We're going to kill your whole family. And that's just what it is. So don't feel bad. You did the right thing. He just got compromised and you can't do anything about it. Peace.